Hi Cancer, my lunar brothers and sisters, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, or should I say hour? Also, with that said, I am doing a webinar. It's a donations-based webinar, so you can pay 50p or £50. It's completely up to you. You can check it out in the link in the description box below. We're talking tarot, we're talking astrology, we're talking numerology. It's going to be with Heather from Astrology with Heather. You've seen the tarot and astrology series we've been putting out recently. So with that said, if you want to be a part of it, we're looking at everything from 2020 right through to 2026. We're talking about the big picture. So what you need to know about those general trends and themes and how to put your plan together to traverse the next 6 years. With that said, your key to the week this week is the High Priestess, right? Cancerian energy all abounds. I love this, right? Because in a lot of ways it sees that our intuition is going to be very heightened, whether you are a sun, moon, or ascendant. And a lot of people ask this, so I always use tropical astrology and I use whole sign astrology. The reason being is because that's kind of where it's at. That was the original stuff, so I'm happy to stick with that. You know, you guys know me, I like to keep it simple. If it does what it says on the tin, I'm good with that. So yeah, High Priestess is the key to the week. This is going to be about those intuitive nudges, those psychic impressions or hits that you get from things in all of these sectors. So let's see what comes up for us this week. For our actions and options, we get the Fool card. New things, new places, new people. This could be a lot of spiritual energy. This could be a lot of spiritual insights and downloads. This week you could be really interacting with a whole bunch of new people. If you have a YouTube channel, you're doing something like that, you could get a whole bunch of new subscribers. If you're on any of the social media, you could be connecting with new people. You could be connecting with young people this week as well. And remember, as an actions and options card, this is about you going in a new direction. This is about you sort of move. I mean, in some ways, actually, this could be about literally about you moving home, you know, transporting your goods, moving your stuff. The intuitive nudge or the sort of uncovering, so to speak, could be all about the new direction that you're taking your life in, whether this is your work, whether it's your love life, whether it is your physical life. You know, in all senses this week it's like you're just going out into new directions. And the exciting thing about this is that eclipse series in Capricorn and Cancer is ended now, so everything that shows up over the next sort of 6 months, certainly from August onwards, you're going to really start to see that these are all these new avenues opening up for you. Very, very exciting. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Devil card. So this is going to be an interesting week where you get some sort of insight into your own psyche. This could be where your patterns or your habits come up. It's really interesting that this just came up because I caught myself to, in fact, just 2 minutes ago before I started this, well, that's 2 minutes, about 5-6 minutes ago, before I started this video, I caught myself doing something that I'd said like, oh, I hate it when people do that. And I caught myself doing it and was like, oh, Raph, nah, honey, we need to fix that. That does not work for us. And this could be in your conversation. So this week, pay attention to the talks that you have. Pay attention to the communication that comes in, because you could have a moment where you kind of need to check yourself, where you kind of need to, now luckily it wasn't something that I was saying to somebody else, but I caught myself thinking it and I was like, no, what you did there, you know, if I had done it to somebody else, would have been really wrong. You know, especially because I'm like, oh, I hate when people do that, and then there's me doing it, right? So this week it's going to be really important to check yourself, to check in with yourself, and you know, like I said, that intuitive nudge. You could have a real deep insight this week into your own psyche, into the way that you communicate with people, into the way that you behave, so to speak. So very, very powerful stuff. And you know, this could stop you getting on or in that sort of what's the word, come on brain, you know, your own addictive patterns, you know, your patterns of behavior. You could really spot something this week and go, oh, okay, need to eliminate that, you know, and need to work with that and get it out. For your money and materials, we've got the Ace of Cups. This is beautiful, right? This is a great energy for money, for finances, because it means that you've got, I don't know, it's really weird, but today, in fact, yesterday and today, I kind of felt like I got this sort of rush of energy, like all of my creative energy has finally come back. I think this might have something to do with that Mercury retrograde that we had. But yeah, my creative energy's back. I'm having all these amazing ideas again, new projects, new series that are coming, which is really, really exciting. And that Ace of Cups kind of says that when it comes to your money, when it comes to your finances, there is a new outlook. This week you could be getting some sort of a boost to the finances, but one thing that I want you to be aware of is, remember, you've got that there. So if you get a boost to your finances and then, I don't know, you go and spend it all on a slap up meal, okay, it's wonderful at the time and it makes you feel good, but then you're going to be like, oh, you know, I could have done something else with that. So just catch yourself, you know, in that moment this week. It looks like a week where you are going to be checking in a lot with yourself, but in the best way. And I think a part of this as well is if you are meeting new people, connecting and interacting with new people, maybe even new younger people, there might be a tendency to, you know, to overcompensate or to overextend when it comes to the finances. So don't always be the first person to reach for your card. All right, that's probably the thing that I want to say. When it comes to your home looks good. It doesn't really look, I mean, it looks like the home is changing and you know, home is definitely where the heart is for Cancerians. So this is really interesting, but something is definitely changing to do with the home. When it comes to your physical health looks good this week, I have to say. I think if you overindulge in any of your personal vices, alcohol, food, Raf, you know, or anything like that, you might end up feeling it. So this week, just be very cautious of that. For your love and relations, you've got the Star card. All right, love this. So it looks like you are definitely, for those of you that are single or looking, or are single and looking, it looks like you're connecting with somebody either online. Maybe there's because it's underneath the Devil card, maybe there's a little bit of a clandestine thing going on there where, you know, maybe it's not taboo, but, you know, maybe there's an age gap between you. Maybe there is, you know, maybe you're different cultures, you know, like, it's funny actually, I know two friends who years ago, one was Muslim and one was a Jew, and, you know, they're still together. So, but at the time it was like, you know, there was a whole brouhaha about the whole thing. So, you know, sometimes the Star card and the Devil, when it comes to your love and relations, you could be meeting somebody that, you know, makes everybody kind of look twice and go, oh, okay, I never thought that, oh, you know, it's like, yeah, go on, say it. You know, but it's a really nice energy. I mean, look at this, you've got three major cards all surrounding the Ace of Cups, even with that Devil card present. I think this is going to be a great week. You look at this as well, that intuitive energy that infuses the Ace of Cups. You could be having some really great ideas this week. You could be having some real money spinner ideas. For those of you that are partnered, love this, because it means you guys are really starting to plan for your collective future, and that can only be a good thing. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.